Hi guys, welcome back to the Return of the Nerd. Today, Yakface just dropped a new reveal. That was pretty interesting. So we got to see a Black Series 3-pack, which I have not seen in a very long time. Looks good. At first I was like, wait, nah, that's fake. That's a concept. No, that's, because you get these pictures all the time that crop up on Instagram, but apparently it's legit. It was pipelined. It's an Amazon exclusive. God knows how much it's going to be. Right now we've got the double packs up on Hasbro Pulse, the Pulse exclusives, and they are going for like about 70 US bucks, but you've got to add shipping to that as well. We don't have them in Taiwan because Hasbro are hibernating, and we have to wait for them to come out of their carbon freezing because it's Chinese New Year, and or they could still be in Barbados on the beach drinking their pina coladas. So next week we will know whether or not we can obtain those Black Series double packs and the retailers and the resellers here. And as far as what was shown to us today, yeah, I'm pretty excited. I love the first the video game Jedi Fallen Order. Jedi Fallen Order. The first one I actually watched and played it, and the second one no. The second one I watched it but didn't play it, and I have tried to kind of keep hold of the Inquisitor characters because I really enjoyed those characters in Kenobi. I know they weren't, they were, like, especially the Grand Inquisitor. But I'm a Rebels fan, and I thought that in animation, he looked much better, and also we saw that image of him in Revenge of the Sith was the first time, didn't we? That's the first time we saw that specific Star Wars species, I think. But anyway, yeah, when that came out, I was like, that doesn't look that good. But I still like the concept of like, haha, it's the Spanish Inquisition, like Darth Vader. Order 66 didn't manage to like wipe out every Force-sensitive person or every Jedi. So now Vader's been tasked with turning the Jedi that are left, turning them to the dark side, and then having them hunt down their own brethren. So I thought the whole concept was quite cool. I've managed to collect. I'll show the ones that I have, and some of them are weird because I've got one that's from Japan, and there were two versions made of this, and I just found out in the last week. So anyway. This is the one that I like the most. I really like the Purge Troopers. I know the articulation and the mold is old, but I just love the packaging from these old Gaming Great boxes. I like the colors. This was really, really nice. And there was another one, which had the red pauldron, if I'm correct, that I don't have. I couldn't get hold of it. It was too difficult. So if I see that up for sale for a reasonable price, I'll probably grab that one. I think that was the first Purge Trooper to ever come out. And then there was the Purge Trooper from Kenobi, but which is not the Phase 1, it's the Phase 2 Purge Trooper from the actual live action show, which I've got. And then the Inquisitors themselves. So I start with, okay, we got the Grand Inquisitor over here. So I managed to get hold of this guy. As you know, I sell Black Series TVC and Retro Collection and G.I. Joe, and when we get the waves, I'm not always sure how many of this one character is going to be in one assortment. So sometimes I can't collect them. I have to give them to my customers, but been pretty lucky with the Inquisitors. Next one was this one. Okay, so I got the fourth sister, and she's without the window, which is a bit of a shit, because like almost, I think all the others have windows apart from her. Stupid. I've got Reva, as they like to say. It was that Doomkoff or whatever his name was, that YouTuber. Reva. Alright, so I've got Reva. And this is the one. Okay, so the fifth brother. Right? This is that. He didn't have that many scenes, to be honest. Him and the fourth sister, I thought they could have said more, done more, had more action scenes. Really like this figure. This one, you'll notice that the lightsabers on the the left side, okay? So it's on my left. But if you, that's because it's from Japan. So it's weird because the sticker underneath is Hong Kong, but then the batch we were given from Hasbro in Taiwan, they said, do you want more? And I was like, how much? And the price was good. And I was like, okay, Inquisitors are quite easy to sell. I'll have some more. And then I found out last week, because I haven't been selling them, my wife has been selling them. I found this on the back. So this is the Japanese version, okay? And they're not the same. So there are some little differences. So if you guys have heard anything about that, like Japan have like today their Black Series in Japan, sometimes they have these little small differences. So if you're an inbox collector and you like to collect just about everything, yeah, just give me a shout, because this one's not the same as the other version that came out for the rest of the world. It's so weird. Now, the new one we just saw looks interesting, because in the middle we've got Cal Kestis, and he's wearing the Inquisitor suit. It looks a lot like the Fifth Brother suit. And we've got Trilla, who was the second sister. She was the very first one that came out way back in 2019 in the red and black boxes, and she also came out in those like a limited edition of the white boxes as well. I really liked that first one, the second sister, and I haven't got it. I really wish I kept it, because they go for an awful lot of money now in 2024, because that's like 5 years ago. Think about it, 5 years ago the first Inquisitor came out in the Black Series. So it's nice to have a repack of her. I'm not sure, it would be great if the helmet came off and we saw Trilla underneath, like, but I just don't think that Hasbro would do that because of the cost. I'd imagine that they're all old molds. The third figure is a Purge Trooper, and he's got a different electro staff and a different color pauldron. But again, I think that it's probably based on the same old mold as, you know, this fella here, who was also a GameStop. So this, I like it. I think I'll get one for myself. I don't know how many of my customers will really want this, because I think that because they are old molds and because of the price, it's a 3-pack. And now the 2 packs go for like I said, about $70 plus shipping. So this one's got to be up there between like $90 to $100, and then plus the shipping on top. That's a lot of money. So unless you are a serious inbox collector, I don't think this is for you. So yeah, I would say people who don't open boxes and just want to keep them mint and they just put them on display, then this will look really good on your, you know, like behind me I've got a bunch of stuff that I've never opened, and even though I really want to open it, I'm going to resist this temptation because I just think they look beautiful on display. So yeah, that was the news today. Pretty exciting. Don't know when it's going to go up for pre-order, and we also don't know the price, but I'm pretty sure Jason Yakface is going to supply us with some more intel soon. At the moment, again, it's very boring. I have nothing to report. We are in the middle of Chinese New Year, and things happened exactly like I said they would happen. Nothing happened, you know. So we called the supplier right before the holiday began, and we told them about this problem. Like, Hasbro would just never ever release any new items before Chinese New Year, before the holiday season. So we literally have nothing to do. Right? So if someone wants to buy something from our store, we're like, we're sorry, you have to buy all this stuff that came out last year. We have nothing new. And I know what's going to happen next week. I think next week on Thursdays, when everybody goes back to the office, everybody goes back to work. I don't know if Hasbro is going to go back to work next week. You know, those guys they are infamous for taking extra long vacations. And so, but I know my suppliers next week are probably going to come down heavy on my wife and start bombarding her inbox with spreadsheets of, look at all these new items from Hasbro, isn't it wonderful? And she's going to say, no, it's not wonderful. How am I supposed to manage my cash flow when you guys don't spread things out? You know, like this month, you just wait, and then the shit hits the fan, and then you go, oh, wham, here, look, buy all this stuff. And I go, no, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I refuse to buy it. So again, if there's anybody who's finding it difficult overseas and they want to pre-order this or they want to buy it, you can just contact me, and we can discuss the prices. If you think that's a reasonable price, then we can go for it. So that's cool. Yeah, I just don't know what the heck is going on in 2024. I've started following Steve Evans' Instagram, and I've started following his YouTube channel. So you guys, Steve Evans is taking over, and he's now back in again with the Star Wars Hasbro team, and I think, hopefully, fingers crossed, he's going to come up with some better creative ideas, and he certainly can communicate a heck of a lot better with the fans and the collectors than the previous dude that was in his position. I'm not going to mention his name. I'm surprised actually that Steve Evans doesn't have so many subscribers on his YouTube channel, because it's really interesting. I mean, the guy is pretty much the same age as me, and he's been collecting his whole life, you know, and he's got figures that go back to when I was a kid, like Disney the Black Hole, like the figures that came out, Maximilian, Vincent, and he's got like Tron. He's got the you know, remember those old, like, really like transparent glow, like almost glow in the dark Tron figures, the original ones. Like he's just got such an amazing collection, and every week he'll just take you through his collection, and he's really into custom stuff as well. Very, very how to say, he not only does he collect, but he's like really into kind of arts and crafts as well. You know, he doesn't mind to like take all the figures apart and then, you know, paint them and clean them, and I'm like, wow, okay, this guy, this is a job for him. You know, this is someone who's in Hasbro that has that position. They're the qualities that you need to do this job, right? Otherwise, how do you really understand collecting? So that would be good. So you guys, I totally recommend you check out Steve Evans' YouTube channel, and definitely go follow him on Instagram, okay? And let your voice be heard. So yeah, cheers to you. Happy Chinese New Year. It's Year of the Dragon now. And I'm just waiting. I guess next week, we're going to get a lot of new stuff. And it's not just going to be Black Series. It's going to be G.I. Joe. The Vamp, that Jeep, is going to come out. Probably like the new wave of G.I. Joe will come out much earlier here. And maybe even the retro collection. I'm really hoping that Phantom Menace box set can come out soon, and then we'll see where we go from there. Haven't heard anything about TVC, just what we heard in the live stream. We did have a reveal again on Instagram from Hasbro, talking about that new, where is it? Wait a minute. It was talking about, this is it. It says New Republic E-Wing. It's a vehicle for the vintage collection, and it includes, it's carded, it's an astromech droid, KE494 astromech. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then there's a pilot that's going to come as well, and that's from Ahsoka. If you remember in like the first or the second episode, they were on, I can't remember the name of the planet. I should know this because I'm a Rebels fan. Shame on me. Oof. Yeah, Sabine Wren. She's on her speeder bike, and there's that sexy shot as she does a U-turn. You see her bum. And then the E-Wing, they're like the police. They're like, return, and she's like, no. So that's from that scene. I think for Ahsoka fans it will be quite popular. For myself, I'm not really into that. I don't think I'll collect that. Probably recently, over the last year or so, the one vehicle that I like the most is, well, probably something that I'll never get, which is the Mandalorian ship, the Razor Crest, and it was yeah, that was really hard to get, very expensive, and now, oh my god. But yeah, if that's on the top of my to get list as far as vehicles are concerned. And another one, this has nothing to do with modern vehicles, on my not to do list, I wish I had the fucking money list, would be for vehicles, is the Jawa. Any Jawa crawler, okay, I would love in any scale. I know that Hasbro did release one in a 3.75, and it was huge, And then you go back to Kenner, I think there was like that really super old one that came out back in the day, the Kenner one. Man, I would love to pick some of those up. They would look cool. Could you imagine the Black Series if they did the Jawa, the crawler in a 6-inch scale? Man, that would be something. And you open it up and there's all these little places where they live and do shit, and you got like, I don't know, that just that would be awesome. So they're like, those two are like at the top of my list when it comes to vehicles. Never been a big fan of the Millennium Falcon. You know, there's like X-Wings, I'm like, nah. But like, just, you know, everyone's different, right? Everybody likes different things. So, you know, collectors are not the same. I realized that, you know, when I started doing this business. I think that if you're going to do a vehicle, a ship for the vintage collection, then Ahsoka's ship was really amazing. I would definitely like to get my hands on that. And yeah, that's it. So we still don't know what's coming up. We've got 10 days and then the Bad Batch 2 is going to get released. So I'm quite stoked about that. I'm getting ready. Just you know, filling my fridge with snacks, popcorn, beer, you know, Doritos, getting ready for Bad Batch, the finale system, and my tissues, of course, because it's getting really sad because people are dying. And Tech, do not bring him back. R.I.P. He's dead. Leave him dead. Leave him dead. If he comes back, I'm gonna get pissed. So I don't like all these bringing people back from the dead in Star Wars. So stop it now. Enough. What was the other thing? The last thing I was gonna say. Oh yeah. I just don't know what the fuck is going on with live action. What we're getting? It's gotta be the Skeleton Crew or the Acolyte. One of those two has to come out this year. Come on, Disney Plus, pull your socks up. We need something more. You know, like we need a definitive, positive statement, not just like coming soon or maybe coming soon at the end of this year. Like, it's just the fans need something concrete. Come on. All right, guys, that's it for now. I shall see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, tickle the like button, and do all that stuff, you know, jazz hands. And I'll see you in the next one.